we were discussing about the state of complete desirelessness. Actually, I must have caused a lot of confusion and some must have frightened away some people. It is, there is we live at different states of consciousness. We can see that in our daily lives also. In the waking state, we are aware of the external world. We are aware of all the dualities. We see things around, objects around this world. We think we are a part of this world. And that is our perception at this state of consciousness. Then when we go to dream state, we experience a different thing. Then also we see external things. In the dream also we see other people coming. So many activities happen. Sometimes we are happy, sometimes we are unhappy. There is fighting, there is party. Everything happens in dream. Then that state of consciousness also passes. Then we go to dreamless, deep sleep state. Then nothing, total silence. Then again dream and waking state. Like this we go around these three states of awareness every day. One cancels the other. Whatever happened in the dream last night, none of that is there now. In dream I may have gone to some other country, I must have met some people, relatives, friends, everything, India, I was there. But when I wake up, none of that was there. Really it was not there. I was only sleeping here in Orlando. So that what happened to all of that? It appeared very real at that time. But when I wake up, everything disappeared. Only I am there. Same thing in waking state, whatever happens when we go to dream, all of this. We are not aware of this state. So like this. Now, the rishis are saying that besides the three states of consciousness, there is another state which is called Turiyavastha. Fourth. Turiya means fourth. Turiyavastha, where you don't see any duality at all. Here we are seeing the world. Other people, so many things we are watching now, they are all separate, different from us. Same thing we saw in dream. In deep sleep we didn't see anything. But the rishis say when you go into samadhi state, all these things disappear. Only Atman or Parabrahman remains. There is no second, nobody to see, nobody to be seen. No action, no words, no thought, no speech, nothing other. There is no other thing besides. The self alone remains. Even the I am a separate person, that feeling also goes away. See, that is the another state of awareness. That can be reached, they say, through a lot of sadhana, spiritual practice. At this stage, we have all, not only these other objects beside us, we have all the feelings. Sometimes we are angry, sometimes we are unhappy, sometimes we are happy, satisfied. All these various emotions we go through in the waking state. Dream state also, same thing happens. But in the Turiya state, there is none of these things. Total peace. They call it Ananda. Only Ananda remains. Is Satchidananda. All these descriptions we read in the scripture, but we don't know by experience. We have to know it by experience. In that state, there can be no such experience of other object or person besides me. Then how can there be any emotion or feeling such as anger, jealousy, unhappiness, and sadness, grief, sorrow, or all those things, desire or hatred? Only Atman remains. That state is the highest state. At that state, there is no question of good desire or bad desire. There is nothing. Desire arises only if something other there, Suppose this object is there in front of me, I may have a desire, I want to have it. Or I may dislike it, I don't want to have it. That feeling will come. It's because something else is there. Or the same thing applies to other people. If I see some people, I like all these people, they are my friends. Or some other people, I don't like this person, he's not very good. If this kind of feeling comes. But if there is nothing other, only Atman remains, then there is no such thing, there is no duality. No desire, total state of desirelessness is explained. This is not new information. I didn't say anything new. Actually, I said the things that you already studied many years ago in the Bhagavad Gita. See, you will remember it if I remind you of the shlokas. In the second chapter, when Arjuna asked Sri Krishna, what are the signs or qualities of the Sthita Prajna? Second chapter, which shloka it is? 54. So, Sthita Prajnasya ka bhasha samavistasya keshava Rati im pravasheta kimasita pradeta kim. He asked this question, you are familiar with that. We studied it a long time ago. Then what did Sri Krishna say in answer to that? First thing Sri Krishna said, he described the qualities of Sthita Prajna. Long description, 17, 18, some number of qualities are given, almost until the end of the second chapter. What is the first quality?
No desire, freedom from desire.
See, that you know. Prajahati yada kaman sarvan partha manogatan atmanyeva atmana tushta sthita prajna sadochate. Sadochate means tada. Then, tada means then, uchyate, a person is called sthita prajna when yada sarvan kaman prajahati.
Cast away
all the desires. He does not say only bad desires have to be given and good desires can be kept. At that stage, there is no room for any other thing besides me. Only unitary, one awareness is there. Atman alone abides. There can be no distance. That state is the highest state. We are not there, I know. It's a little bit away from us right now.
That's our goal.
That's our goal, and that at that stage, total desirelessness. But since we are not there, we are here now. So we have to be practical, realistic. We can't talk about something which is quite far away. We keep it as a goal, ideal to be achieved. But right now, where we have to deal with that. So where we are now, other things are there, other people are there. Some we like, some we don't like. So then the desire comes, dislike comes. I dislike. Things happen. So at this stage we need instructions. What are good desires? Which one can we keep? What are bad desires? Which we should not cherish? Give them away. Give them up. For those instructions are given. So we know that there is a state where all these desires, everything will go, right? It's not new information. I didn't say anything new.
No.
Okay. That's what we wanted to make sure.
One question.
Yes.
Swami, when they go into samadhi, they go beyond mind and senses. And yet, when they come back, they remember the experience. Where does it get recorded if they have gone beyond mind? Is it just consciousness?
That consciousness is always there.
Yes, and so they still remember that joy.
Right. It is even, continuity is even there all the time. In sleep also it is there. Yeah. In waking state also it is. Samadhi also, that consciousness has a substratum. It's always there. So that is how this continues. From sleep to waking state. But this memory comes and haunts us. Sometimes we don't forget. If we don't remember, there will be a problem also. So it is there. So there is another sloka which I later remembered. You also know that. 3rd chapter, 17th verse.
Yes, there is no obligatory duty.
Yes. Duty comes only when there is duality. What is possible only in duality. Karma is possible only when there is a kartru, doer, and a karya, karana, object must be there. Action must happen. So at that stage, no action is possible. Action happens if there is desire. So if there is no karma, there is no karma also. So that sloka you want to know which one?
373.
Yeah.
Avinash.
No, that one. No, that one.
Oh no, that's too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry. It is,
Yes, Yat Atmatrasyamanavaha Atmanyeva Santushtaha
Tasya karyam na vidyate.
We have to break the words there. Yes, to Atmarati, Yaha, to Atmarati. 3 words are there. So combine all these become yes to Atmarati Revasyat Atmatrasyamanavaha. Only Atmarati means in the Atman alone he is fully
devoted.
right. He rejoices. It means rejoices. He rejoices in the Atman. What do we do? How do we get our happiness?
From within.
From Atman, coming through the objects. For me to be happy, we need external things. We need good food, and we need some place to stay. It has to be nice place, nice neighborhood, nice big house, good furniture, other equipment, everything must be there, high class. And then we need body to be in good condition, good clothes to wear, all those things we need. Children have to be nice. If children are bad, then it makes us very sad, unhappy, all those things, frustrated. So many things have to be there. They have to all be there in the expected way. Something does not meet expectation, then we become unhappy. Anger will come, unhappiness will come. So, for me to be happy, all these things we need, external things we need. That's the present state. Now, in the second chapter, what Sri Krishna said was, Atmani eva atmana tushtaha. That sloka is very important. Sthita Prajna Lakshana, the whole section in second chapter is important. Some people memorize it. Those slokas, beginning from 55th sloka. There it says, Atmani eva atmana tushtaha. Tushta means pleased, santush. Hindi में भी वही शब्द उपयोग करते हैं. आत्मा से ही आत्मा में ही संपूर्ण संतृप्ति है. बाहर के चीजों की आवश्यकता नहीं है. Completely in the self is merged. Because there is no outside thing at that state. In samadhi, there is no outside thing. Completely easy and happy. They say it is joy. Highest bliss, ananda they call it. At that state, there is only one. No question of desire, other objects, alike, dislike, all those things. That state is possible. That is the goal to reach Atmaridhireva Syat Atmatrasya Manavaha Atmani Eva Santushtaha. In different ways they say the same idea they convey. Tasya karyam navidyate. Karyam is something duty to be done. The word karya has 2 meanings. Karya means effect or product of some karma. Karya. Supposing there is a printing press. Printing press, they get manuscripts from the authors. Nowadays they do it all by computer, desktop publishing, but let us say old type of fashion, old fashion press, printing press. The manuscript comes, then they do the typesetting, everything, computer typesetting. Then the printing happens, copies are made in large sheets, so many pages in one sheet. Then it is all cut and collated and bound and stitched and bound and everything. Cover is added to everything. And then the book comes out like this. This book is the product of all the work that has happened. From the time the manuscript came to that printing press until it is all packed, ready to be shipped with address label, everything ready to go to UPS. Until that stage comes, the activity, karma, have different stages of karma. When all that is done, this product appears. This product is called the karyam. Karyam means product of karma. Product of karma is called karyam. That's one meaning. But the word karyam has another meaning also. Karyam also means something that is to be done, some duty to be done. Karyam means duty to be done, obligatory duty.
No obligation.
Yeah, for such a person, when does the question of karma arise? Karma, any karma, good or bad, is possible only in the waking state or in the dream state. Dream state also it is only mental level karma. Physically no karma happens. Though it appears like that. When you wake up, nothing happens. Supposing we have a party, the birthday party in a dream. Somebody's birthday, everybody is very happy. They bring a nice cake and everybody sings happy birthday to you. Then they cut the cake and everybody eats the cake. When we wake up,
no dishes to be cleaned.
No, you don't have to wash the dishes. There was no cake at all in the first place. So that karma, dream karma is only imaginary. In the mind it happens. Really, it doesn't happen. Luckily. Otherwise we add more weight in the dream also. Waking state we are already adding weight by eating cake and in waking state karma happens. But in samadhi state, there is no possibility of karma because there is no karana. Instrument is not there, object is not there. There only Atman remains. Atman is Nishkriya, free from karma. Tasya karyam navidyate. When the person is at that state of highest level, super karma state and samadhi state, or when he comes back to Jivan Mukti state, then also there is no karma. Such a person will come back to waking state, generally. This called, such a person is called what?
Jivan Mukti.
A Jivan Mukta is a person who has achieved the highest state and has that, but life is still there, this lifespan has not been completed, and comes back to waking state, leads apparently normal life. For such a person also there is no duty. That's the thing. Where is it explained? In the 4th chapter it is explained. Jnanabhihi sarva karmani
Vasmasat
Vasmasat
kurute ayatha.
How does it begin?
Samedya Vasmasat kurute jina Jnanam sarva karmani Vasmasat kurute.
Jnanabhi means Atma Jnana. This worldly Jnana, it does not produce that effect. It produces other good effects. We have to have. But Atma Jnana means knowledge of self when it comes. When that knowledge comes, Jnana is compared to fire, Agni, burns everything. What does it burn? It burns all the impressions, now the karma. All duties are done by the Kritakritya. Person becomes Kritakritya. There is an expression in some Indian language. Kritakritya means whatever duty has to be done is all been done. Person is free. Like retirement. Then you don't have to get up and go to work every day. You are retired. That part of your life, what is done. That's it. ಮೊದಲ ಮದುವೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೃತಕೃತ್ಯ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಲಗ್ನ ಪತ್ರಿಕೆಗಳು ಬರೀತಾರೆ. If the daughter is married, I'll have done my duty, I'm 50 like this, I would write in the wedding invitation. That's old fashion. Nowadays they don't write all this. So that was the state. There is a possibility, it is possible to reach a state of total desirelessness, total freedom from desire. That's the highest goal. No doubt we are not there, but it's good to know that there is a state. In Upanishad it is called, such a person is called akamahataha. It comes many times in the Upanishad. Gotriyasya cha akamahatasya. Akamahataha means a person who is not afflicted by desire. We are kamahatas. Why we are called kamahata means, if the desire is there in the mind, it is not a bad thing. Good desires are okay, but it bothers us. Until we fulfill it, it is remaining us. Oh, supposing I have desire to eat something, let us say, ordinary desire. And until I fulfill that, periodically comes and remains in my mind. Oh, I am not eating that. I am not eating upma. No, I am not eating jalebi. Something. It does not let me do my work right now. What I have to do, it doesn't let me. That keeps coming back into my mind. You say, I am afflicted by the desire. This kind of affliction doesn't leave me in peace. It may be a good desire, not a bad desire. But still it doesn't leave me in peace. It periodically comes and bothers me, tells me, oh, I am here. I have to find way to fulfill that one, like that one. See, that is the sort of difficulty there. Desire does not leave us in peace. Even good desires don't leave us in peace. But this person, a true guru, is akamata. There is nothing in that person's mind which bothers him, no desire to do, but everything has been done, accomplished. Bad desires have been given up. Such a person is free. That state is explained in the third chapter. Just to Atmarishri Vasat Atmadritasya Manamaha Atmanyevaja Santustaha Lokasangrahamevavi Sampasyan Kattumarhasi. The second part is that person continues to do his duties, but not for his own benefit or anything, but for helping other people. They give the example of Janaka in that 20th verse. Let me finish that question. Nice question. That is one reason. Like Janaka he was a Brahmajnani. Still he was fulfilling all the duties of a king. He could have simply given everything, gone away to forest, like kings used to do those things, but he said, let me stay back and give. Nothing for himself, no name. That is one reason they will continue to be active. Second reason is, that also comes in the Gita. If they don't do their duties, some people will take it as an example. Oh, he's not doing, so why should I do? Like that one. They'll be misled. Some people will always look for something. The teacher does not get up and study every morning or meditate every morning. Then the students also will not do. So, to guide them, to set up a model, they have to remain active. So, they will remain active. But there is no expectation of any recognition or benefit. They will do it objectively, nicely, with great love, they will do their duty. That is second point. First question was, how do they know that they have reached that stage? That is a personal experience. When a person reaches the stage of samadhi, then at that stage you are completely aware. It's a state of total awareness. Then you are aware. All the world, everything goes back into dream-like reality that we studied in the Viveka. What happens to Jivan Mukta when he gets the experience? He feels that intense awareness of the Atman or self with him. Then from that state, he can either, two possibilities exist. That such a person usually does not come back to waking state. He may give the body. Sri Ramakrishna says in 21 days, the body will drop away. But in some cases, they will have to come back. Why do they have to come back? If it is God's will, they have to come back and guide the remaining people for Loka Sangraha. They will come back and lead their life. Then they will be aware of it. That is an inward awareness. Externally, there is no visible sign or may not be any visible sign. and then they will remain active. But they may not, their activity may be in a different way. They may not do things in an outward way. There are two kinds of situations that too possible. Some sadhus, some Atmas like Swami Brahmarupananda and Ramana Maharshi, they remain in some place or they travel. Vivekananda traveled all over the world. He came to this country, gave lectures, published so many lectures and everything, started an organization, Ramakrishna Mission Order. He started a monk, gave sannyas, all those things, a lot of activities he did. He did not keep quiet. He had samadhi. So he did not travel. When he was very young, he went from Madurai, where he was going to school in his uncle's house, near the Meenakshi temple. He had moved there from his birthplace to in Tamil Nadu. From Madurai, he went to Tiruvannamalai. That journey is described, he went to trying something. Then rest of his life, all his life, he stayed only in Tiruvannamalai. Only one move was there. One time he moved from the base, from the temple, Tiruvannamalai Arunachala temple, he went to the top of the hill, sat in a cave. 2-3 caves he moved from one cave to another. Then at some point, when more devotees started going, mother started living with him, everything. One day from the top of the cave, of the mountain, of the hill, he came down to the base of the mountain and sat down there. That was the last move. There was no U-Haul, nothing, no such thing. No noise, no buzz. That's what. And he did not do anything. Well, if people went and asked him questions, he would answer. Nobody asked any question, he would simply remain silent. Even if sometimes people ask questions, he may have remained silent sometimes if he didn't feel like answering. If he thought the answer was not going to be beneficial, he would simply keep quiet. Sometimes he composed some poems in Telugu, Tamil, Tamil he composed mostly, and Sanskrit, like that one. So that is all the activities he did. The yet other possibility is a person may completely stay out of public gaze, of attention. Somewhere in a forest or a cave or on a hill, that Yur Bhakta may stay there, not known to anybody. Then you might ask the question, in what way he is helping the world? He is not being very selfish, like that we can ask the question. This question has been answered by Swami Brahmarupananda Gita. The way they help the world is in a very subtle way they will help. See, ordinary people like us, we make a lot of noise. We travel from here to there, we fly, and we arrange lectures and retreats and rent halls and all these things. A lot of noise and movement. Everybody knows we are doing some work. But some people, they remain unseen, unknown. But still they are helping the world more effectively, in more significant ways than ordinary people with all their activity and noise and movement can do. At a certain level, they are helping the world in a spiritual way. How is it possible, you might ask? All this answer comes because what is the use to society of such people? It's your mukta. In what way other people are benefited? They got benefit, samadhi. But in what way do the rest of us get benefit? Like that question. There are 2 or 3 different kinds of help. Swami Vivekananda explains. One level of help is physical help. Somebody is hungry, you give them food. Immediately that person eats the food and his hunger goes away, he is satisfied. Immediate help. Right away that person feels the benefit of our activity. Somebody doesn't have clothes, give them clothes, his need is satisfied right away. Somebody has no place to stay, you create some shelter and his need is fulfilled. But this kind of help, physical help, while it is very necessary, we have to provide that is not long lasting. That person again becomes hungry tomorrow, again needs clothes after some time. So that that need does not go away. Only for a short time it will be satisfied. The second kind of help is to provide that person education. Give him some training in vocational craft or something, create some livelihood. That person, his needs are taken care of, he is able to make a living and he can support his own family. So longer term help, that one. Second kind of help, education. First kind of help, immediate physical help. Third kind of help is to give spiritual knowledge. In addition to these things, not replacing these two things, in addition to these things, you give spiritual knowledge. Some people do that, specialize. That spiritual knowledge can be given in different ways. It does not have to be always in a public, open way, everybody is noticing, and some Mahatma gives a talk. There are 10,000 people assembled, all the television comes and live circuit, everything. In other continents also it is feedback will go, video will be supplied. That is one way. That's not bad. But in unknown, unseen, subtle ways also help can be given in a more effective way and unseen way. That kind of help they will give. So we are not aware of it. But it does not mean that they are not doing anything.
The vibrations are there.
Yes. So like that, many different models are there. Everybody falls in somewhere in that category. So what was your question, Sushma?
You have already told us before also, Sri Ramakrishna told Vivekananda, you are being very selfish if you don't go out there and help others. So you brought Vivekananda.
Swami Vivekananda had this notion when he was young. When he was asked by Sri Ramakrishna, I think Sri Ramakrishna asked him to test, what do you want to do in your life? What's your highest goal? Naren, Swami Vivekananda said, I want to achieve Nirvikalpa Samadhi. I want to remain absorbed in it all the time. But every now and then, maybe once in 2-3 days, I want to come out, eat some food to keep the body, go back to the Samadhi, remain absorbed in Samadhi. That's what I want to do, he said. Sri Ramakrishna rebuked him. Rebuke means, this is all you want to do. This is a very small thing, petty-minded thing. There are much higher goals, he said. So Swami Vivekananda said, I think Nirvikalpa Samadhi is the highest goal. What can be higher than that? He says, you are being very small-minded, you see. You have to not only achieve Samadhi, that is all right, but you have to be like a banyan tree. He says banyan tree. Banyan tree is a huge tree. A tree provides support to many small trees. You have to help thousands of other people to reach that Samadhi. Simply being satisfied, I got Samadhi, I am happy, I will say. Like that, what is that one? Small thing. But if you make it your goal to help a lot of other people to reach the same stage, that will be even a higher goal. So he showed him a higher goal. That way they will help. But for us right now, one step at a time. So this, we'll go back to 14th verse. What is the nature of happiness? Worldly happiness. Matra Sarsasya Kaunteya Shitosna Sukhadukkada Agama Paino Nitya Samdipikshasva Bharata. This is very important to us. This one and the 5th chapter 22nd verse are similar. This verse is very important. A lot of things are there in this verse. The analysis has been conducted into the nature of our ordinary happiness and unhappiness. Let me take simple examples, simplistic examples, just to understand. I feel happy. When do I feel happy? When something pleasant happens in my life. When I eat good food, or when my friends' children achieve success. Just last week I got a phone call from somebody for many years that his son His son already got a college degree from Princeton. Now he got admission to Stanford Medical School. So this fall he is going to Stanford. He got admission to other schools, but he decided to go to Stanford. Like that, when you get some news, I feel very good. Or if your own children get that kind of achievement, you feel very good. Like that one. Or what makes us unhappy? Some sad news will come, somebody is sick, or somebody close to you is sick, or something happens, some accident happens, then you become unhappy. Now let us pause and examine what is the nature of this happiness and unhappiness. In either case, happiness or unhappiness, either case, this is what happens. Matra sparshaha, shita ushna sukha dukkha daha. Shita ushna, heat and cold and heat, sukha dukkha, happiness and unhappiness, sukha dukkha daha, daha means dene wala. Sukha dukkha dene wala, daha means dene wala. What gives us happiness and unhappiness? Matra sparshaha. Matra means measurement. Kafi matra mein ye ho chuka hai. Enough measure it has happened, like this we say in Hindi. Matra means measurement. Matra here means measuring instrument. The 5 sense organs we have, 5 sense organs, Jnanendriyas, they are also called matras because they measure the sense objects. Supposing I touch this object, whether it is hot or cold, my skin tells me, my mind understands that one. Or I touch some other object, whether it is soft or hard, I feel through my senses. When I see somebody or some object, whether it is beautiful or ugly, my eyes tell me. When I hear some sound, whether it is pleasant or unpleasant sound, my ears tell me. Somebody is praising me, most pleasant sound. Somebody is blaming me, I don't want to hear that one. So I like this, the 5 instruments, they convey pleasant and unpleasant feelings. And the mind is the one that interprets this experience, this input, as happiness or unhappiness. See, this is not inherent here. This contact itself is not inherently happy or unhappy. What construes this as happiness or unhappiness is the mind. This is same, but this interpretation is different from time to time. Supposing I see somebody today with my eyes, I feel very happy. Oh, this person has come. I love this person very much. What is saying that one? The mind is saying. What is I doing? I simply surveying the information. Mind interprets as unhappiness. I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him. Same person yesterday, he made me so happy. Today he comes, I don't want to see him. I turn the other way. I don't want to even say hello. What happened? But the difference, I won't make any difference. Person is the same. But the mind is the one that interprets the same contact between the sense organ and the sense object as either happiness or unhappiness, and that is subject to variation. So here it says, Matra Svarshasya Kaunteya. This kind of happiness and unhappiness always follows the same pattern. Sense organ, sense object, contact happens, Sparsha means contact happens, and mind interprets it as Sita Upna Sukha Dukkha. That is the nature of worldly happiness. So, when people make you happy or unhappy, when circumstances make you happy or unhappy, please do not be very much upset if they are unpleasant. Do not be very much elated if they are pleasant, because the reason is Agamapayinaha anityaha. They are not permanent. Anitya means they change. This interpretation will change from time to time. That which made me happy today may same thing may make me unhappy tomorrow, or that which is making me unhappy today may change and give me a lot of happiness tomorrow. That is our daily experience. Therefore, we try to remain unaffected. That is one reason. Tam titikshasva. Therefore, bear. Titikshasva means practice titiksha. Bear all of these variations. They come and go. Anitya. Agama apayina. It comes and goes. It is not permanent. Therefore, simply bear it. That is one message. The second message, a complement to this information, is that this is not real happiness. It is not real happiness. Happiness that comes from sense objects, from property, from accomplishments, from fame, from physical well-being, from food, from possessions, dress, clothing, jewelry, car, all these things. All this, what we think as happiness, that is not long-lasting. They come and go. Everything changes, especially fame, power, influence, etc. They can change in a moment. So Shankaracharya says, Harati nimeshat kala sarvam. In the time it takes to twinkle the eyes once, nimesha means the twinkling of an eye, alaha sarvam harati. Everything can disappear. We see that all around every day in our lives. When Hurricane Katrina came, so many families lost everything. Some people also died, relatives, children were separated, parents died, children lost their parents lost their children, everybody lost their homes and everything, no place to stay, nothing. All of that happened. How long did it take for that to happen? Yesterday, everything was fine, perfect, and within a very short time, nothing happened. Yeah, like that in life it is like this. Therefore, we have to learn to practice it. One message is not complete. What makes it complete is two more things have to be done to complete this slogan. The one thing we have to do is we have to inquire what is then the nature of true happiness. If this is not real happiness, if it comes and goes, it is not dependable. Unreal means not dependable. We can't depend upon it. The same object can cause a lot of pain tomorrow. Food is like that too. I enjoy eating a lot of sweets and everything, but then doctor says from tomorrow you can't eat any sweets. You have to take some medication on top of that one. Then what happens? Sweet used to give so much happiness. Now I try to shun sweet. Like that is an example. Like that many things in life. So we cannot depend on this. Don't become dependent on this kind of happiness. And when this kind of unhappiness comes, don't be very dejected of it. That also will pass. This too shall pass. We have to say. So that message, complementary message is given in the 5th chapter, 22nd verse. Ye isam sparshaja bhoga dukhayo naya evate. There also sparsha comes. Sparsha comes there also. Sense organs, sense object. Same situation. Adyantavantaha. Here it says anitya, agama paya anitya. There it says adyantavantaha. They have a beginning and an end. Kaunteya nate suramate buddha. Here it says practice titiksha. There he says remain calm, equanimous. A wise person does not become upset or elated. A wise person does not become too much upset if something bad happens, like Sri Ramachandraji. Or if something good happens, does not become elated. Something bad happens, does not become dejected. Takes everything in stride. All like this happens, all like this happens. Like that. So to remain equanimous under all circumstances. This is all one part of the situation. Still there is another very important key part is still remains. That key part is, if this is the case, if we cannot depend upon anything in this world for real happiness, then how can we find happiness? Where can we find happiness that does not change? That is unconditional and always dependable, that cannot be lost. Is there some possibility to find happiness somewhere in this life which is not subject to these limitations, which does not come and go, which is entirely independent and unconditional? Is there some possibility of some happiness like that? That question we have to, this leads us to that question. If this is all there is to life, then it is not much. Something comes, something goes, somebody makes me happy, somebody makes me unhappy. Same things keep happening, come and go. That is not a satisfactory way to spend one's life. We have to find real happiness. Is it at all possible to find something in this life that gives us undiminishing, unconditional, everlasting peace and joy? Is there such a thing? We have to ask. We have to ask that question. These things are leading us to that question. And the answer in Vedanta is a resounding yes. For that we have to study a little bit more. The word used for that kind of happiness, which is not diminishing, which is not conditional, not coming from the sense organ. These are very misleading instruments. Because sometimes same object makes me unhappy, sometimes same object makes me unhappy. It's not very dependable thing. So this is not the true kind of happy. It must come in a different way, directly. So two things have to be done. First thing we have to do is, when any happiness comes, or unhappiness comes, let us deal with happiness because it is more pleasant. Unhappiness, same principles apply. When any happiness comes, we have to pause and ask ourselves this question: from where is it coming? Where is the locus of happiness? Is it located in this object which is making me so happy now? Some very expensive suit or jewelry or something or house or something, is it making me very happy? Is the happiness here in this object? Or in the eyes which is conveying that happiness to me? Or in the mind that is interpreting this contact as happiness? Or where is happiness? That reasoning has to be done. We have done that, but you have to conduct it periodically, that questioning. Let us assume that happiness is in food, because food makes happy most of the time. Most of the people are happy when they eat food. That unfailingly gives happiness to everybody. Food is something that has the power to make everybody happy. Now let us ask, is happiness in the food? Ice cream or Mysore pak or something, jalebi makes me very happy. Then if the power to make me happy is in that food item, then it must give me always happiness. Inherently, if it has the power to give me happiness, it must always give me happiness unfailingly. And more of it must give me more happiness. And thirdly, it must give happiness to everybody. These three things must be true. If it has inherent power to give me happiness, inherent means inbuilt power. If it is there in that item, food or whatever, then these three things must happen. If more of it must give me more happiness, it must always give me happiness unfailingly, and it must make everybody happy also. Like fire is inherently power to burn, right? Inherent power means fire has the power to burn. It always burns. It burns in every place. Whether you set up fire in America or India, it still burns. During day or night, it still burns. Whether I put my hand or you put my hand, it still burns. More fire means more burning. All big buildings can be burned. So fire has the inherent power to burn unfailingly. Like that, this is the same power of inherent happiness is in the sense objects. We have to ask the question. If you do the analysis on this question, if you think about this question, we come to the conclusion, no, there does not seem to be any inherent capacity in the sense objects to give me happiness unfailingly in an undiminishing way. Because sometimes something is happiness, more of it makes me unhappy. You become tired of it. Ice cream, 1 scoop, very good, happiness. 2 scoops, even better. 10 scoops means hospital. Or Pepto-Bismol or something. Not good. And it doesn't make everybody happy. It does not make me always happy. Sometimes ice cream does not make me happy. Because, suppose you imagine that I have received some bad news from home. Somebody is very critically ill. Or some accident has happened. Something has happened. And you are giving me nice jalebi ice cream thing. Do I feel like eating that one? Somebody is in the hospital fighting some very serious disease. The news has come. You are about to go to the hospital there to see that person. Then somebody is giving ice. Not inherent in the sense object. But it seems to be coming from there. Every time I eat ice cream, every time I feel happiness. How do you say it is not in the ice cream? How it is not just in happiness? Like this, if you conduct the reasoning with the help of some scriptures, then we are led to the conclusion that all of these things, food, etc., jewelry, possessions, property, money, beauty, health, and fame, position, power, all these things, relationships, love, all these things, they all do give us happiness. But that happiness is not coming from where they appear to be coming from. They are coming from somewhere, unsuspected place. They are all coming from here. There is something. That happiness is here, then what is the escape doing? It is reflecting that happiness to my eyes. This happiness in the Atman here is coming back, reflected from that ice cream or that person or that child or something. Reflected from reaching here, eyes here, and the mind is very nice coming from there. Now what do the sages do? They don't keep any property. They don't have any power or position. How much possessions Ramana Maharshi had, or Sri Ramakrishna had? Ramana Maharshi had only one lion cloth for many years. When he was staying in the cave upstairs, on the top of the, not upstairs, on the top of the hill in the cave, all he had was one lion cloth, only one piece, no second piece. That same piece of lion cloth every day he would wash and wear, came from there. Right? One was lion cloth and wash and wear, lion cloth he had. Every day he would wash it, put it on his body. Nobody else was there, there was no need. Then later on when he came down, he had a walking stick as a water pot, and he had a towel also sometimes which would wrap around his body, some position, like that one. So, but he was always absorbed in Ananda, in the place. So he asked, well, where did these people get their happiness? They didn't seem to have any property or money or anything. But they were always happy. So they must have tapped this source without the help of reflecting surfaces, right away. Instead of going through the sense organ and coming back to the sense organ, they straight away went there, found the source of joy, all joy, eternal, unfailing, fountain of infinite joy, that is our inherent nature, cannot be lost, cannot be diminished. The ability of sense objects to reflect goes up and down. Sometimes they reflect, sometimes they don't reflect. But this cannot be lost. This inherent means our own inward nature. That cannot diminish, it cannot be lost. It is always there. Today, tomorrow, all the time it is there. Undiminishing, cannot be lost. Inherent source of joy is there, hidden within every creature. It is hidden. It is for us to tap that directly That is what the fifth chapter verse says. Yehi samsparshaja bhoga dukkha yonaya evate. The moment you depend upon contact of sense organ, mind has to interpret, sense objects must be there. All these things must be there to get some happiness. Undependable. Anything can change here. That is not a dependable, wise kind of way to find happiness. Adyantavantaha kaunteya. Therefore, what is the wise person do? Buddhaha teshu naramate. In those, that kind of happiness, a wise person does not take any delight. Then how does he or she find happiness? They are not morose, unhappy people. They are very happy people. How do they find happiness? That is explained in the Upanishads. In the Upanishads, it says, for example, many places the topic comes. It says, Yadava imani kalvimani bhutani jayante yena jadani jivanti yat prayanti abhisammishanti tadvijñā sattva. Then it says, tad brahma anandam brahmano vidvan na viveti kutasya neji. That Atman, which is within us all to the same extent, not more in some, not less in others, male and female, everything, all creatures, same extent, the same Atman is the same Atman, not different. That many times in the Gita it has come. Kshetrajyam dāpimāṁ vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. All the bodies contain, or in same Kshetrajna resides in all the bodies. All. If you contact that one, find the source of eternal, undiminishing, unconditional peace and joy. The sign of wisdom, that is the work of our life. Let me take that question. That Atman, what you call Atman, that is also the mind. Atman doesn't say anything. Atman is the inner self, that is Paramatman. Image present inside. That doesn't react in this way. It's another part in the mind. One part of the mind says, this is the way to go, worldly success, everybody is doing that, I must do this one to be counted. One part of the other mind says, oh, this comes at a price, so much tension and pressure every day, no free time at all, no time to spend with family, so much tension, everything. Is it really worth it? All that success, everything, fame, everything good. But is it really worth what is the price I have to pay? Mind off. That's also the mind that says. So you are in that situation. Then you have to pause and evaluate. What would you do? What would a successful person in business or some other enterprise or position, but that's all coming at a price, lot of tension, hypertension also comes, not only ordinary tension, hypertension and other health problems also come. No time to rest and to exercise, no time to spend quality time with the children and family. Is it worth it? Then you have to pause and evaluate. You have to take the whole situation, evaluate it nicely, objectively, and then you have to make some adjustments. Because you don't want to suffer that kind of adverse effect on the body and the mind. You want to be really happy, you have to have time with the family, some relaxation, freedom from tension, most of all freedom from tension. That must be there. Otherwise, simply only looking for success and financial success and everything, position. But if it takes toll in the other way, other aspects of life, it is not really success. So we have to do those evaluations.
Only one line I came across. Bliss is when you are happy for no reason.
Reason is Atman. This is your nature. You don't need any external things to be blissful.
Yeah, you don't need any.
Independently
if
happy.
you are able to feel happy without reason, then you are in bliss.
Independently. It may happen, nobody is bothering you for some time also. No stomach ache, no headache. Children are okay. Then he may feel. But the problem with that kind of situation is any moment it can change. Any moment it can change. So, only one sloka we did today. You have to go a little bit faster next time. But this we can digress too much. It's very important.
Very interesting. I have to do that.
This 14th verse,
It's very important.
today, there's a lot of material in it, worth thinking. This provides much material for contemplation. See, Gita is such a book that you should not rush through. I have to say I have finished the Gita, I have read deep the book. This book is a lifelong study. Even if you study only one shloka per day, for several days, if you just think about one shloka, if it makes a deep impact on our minds, that purpose will be served. So it is no need to read all the 700 shlokas, I have read everything. This is a different kind of, our scriptures are not like that. The emphasis is not on the speed and quantity. Emphasis on inward in assimilation. Inwardly it must deeply affect us. Even if one line from the Gita affects us, makes a positive twist in our life, turn in our life, that is more effective. So slowly, nicely, we think about it, keep thinking about these topics again and again, if possible every day.